This vlog is actually a travel vlog. It will be a girl trip. Me and my girlfriends are going to Venice, Italy to mostly look at art at the Biennale. I had the whole year to go to Biennale, but I only finally gathered the strengths on the last weekend of Biennale. I randomly got the cheapest tickets I could. I've written to my friends and we got the craziest apartment. I'm just happy that I have this opportunity to travel like that. This day started long before most people would even think of waking up. Our alarms rang at 2:30 in the morning. Fast forward a few hours and there we were, touching down in one of the most magical cities in Europe. From the airport, we hopped on the Ale Laguna water bus, and let me tell you, there is no better way to arrive in Venice than floating right into its heart. Built over 1500 years ago, Venice rests on a series of 118 small islands in a lagoon off the coast of northern Italy. To create this floating city, Venetians drove thousands of wooden piles deep into the muddy lagoon floor. Over time, the wood petrified, hardened into stone-like pillars, and on top of these, they built their homes, palaces, and churches using light materials. The real highlight of the day came in the afternoon. We went to the Peggy Guggenheim collection. Placed along the Grand Canal, this museum is eclectic and deeply personal, featuring works by some of the biggest names in modern art, like Picasso, Pollock, Dali, and more. Currently running in Venice with the views. I was not filming that much yesterday just because we woke up at 2:30 a.m. and we're at the airport at 4 a.m. We arrived and the owner of the apartment is super nice. He let us in at 10:30 a.m. even though the check-in time is like 2 or 4 p.m. and he's like a PhD marketing director, and like you can see, like sometimes you can see that the person has a PhD. Yesterday was just like a chill day, and today we're going to the first location of the Biennale, the Arsenale, and tomorrow we will go to Gardens of Biennale. Oh my god, so cool. Touristy area of Venice, and there's nobody in the street. The Venice Biennale, founded in 1895, is one of the most prestigious cultural events in the world, often called the Olympics of the art world. It began as a visionary attempt to showcase contemporary creativity and foster cultural exchange. Over the decades, it has expanded to include architecture, film, dance, and music, becoming a global platform. Throughout the history, the Biennale has hosted and celebrated many of the world's most influential artists, from Gustav Klimt and Pablo Picasso to Marina Abramovic and Ai Weiwei. It's a place where artists and nations use their pavilions to make bold statements about art, identity, and the world we live in. This year, the 60th edition continues the legacy with its title, Foreigners Everywhere. The theme invites reflection on migration, cultural boundaries, and the universal experience of being the other. As someone who has experienced the journey of finding a new home in an unfamiliar space, I felt kinda seen in the art and inspired by its message. What sets us apart also connects us. Dogfight. Oh my god, the sun is so beautiful even though it's just 1 degree. Okay, I will stop. The last time I went to the Biennale, I bought a one-day ticket and I had to do all of the locations all at once, and it was pretty hard because just there's a lot of things to see and to think of and understand in your head. But this time I've learned my lessons. We went for 2.5 days in the city, and yesterday we did the Arsenale. It was amazing, and the pace was really good to explore all the pavilions. The only thing, it was kind of really cold inside, and I thought, oh, we will be in the pavilions, it will be warm. No, it wasn't. And today we are doing the gardens of Biennale with the all separate pavilions for big countries. If you ever go to the Biennale, go for 2 days minimum. Okay, gotta run. My heart rate has recovered. Oh my god, can it be a little bit less pretty just for 1 day? What really amazes me every time is the architecture of the Biennale Gardens. It reflects over a century of cultural and artistic history, and the gardens are home to 29 national pavilions, each designed by a renowned architect from the participating country. And one of the standout features of the Giardini is the diversity of architectural styles. This time in Venice was truly an interesting experience. We explored identity, migration, and belonging, and I personally encountered art that felt both close and universal, stories of resilience, cultural intersections, and the beauty of otherness. It was my third time in Venice, and wandering through the tiny streets of the city felt like an extension of the Biennale's creative energy. Okay, my life is a joke because guess what happened to me? I got a food poisoning. Again, I got the worst food poisoning ever when I was in Mexico because I have never felt so bad in my entire life, and I had like really high fever, and I spent the last 2 days of my trip in bed, and I was alone like on the other side of the world from anybody who loved me, so it was really, really scary. But now I got a food poisoning again. And I guess life is just teaching me lessons. And today I was feeling adventurous, and I got an like octopus salad for lunch, and it made me so sick. I threw up. I need to really not be that adventurous because my body is not built for the food adventures. But after I threw up, this was like a light food poisoning, and I'm like eating honey because it helps with food poisonings. I felt so much better, and my fever is gone because I got ibuprofen. And yeah, that was a fun day. Feeling much, much better than 2 hours before. Even like I'm in a good mood, which is like you can be sick and in a good mood, I believe. So I feel like I'm getting better. So thank you for going on this trip with me. Traveling for me feels like such a privilege, and I'm always feel insanely grateful that I can travel and see the world and experience all of this experience. Like, I really do not take anything for granted in my life. Like, I'm so happy with what I have. So thank you. Like, subscribe, and see ya in the next vlog. Bye.